Hello! Welcome to the Evolved Humans. This is an updated version of our previous video with the latest update in 2026 in UAE labor laws. Imagine trying to navigate a maze with no map. Confusing, stressful, and full of wrong turns. That's exactly what HR professionals experience when they don't fully understand UAE labor laws. These laws aren't just rules, they're the foundation of fair, transparent, and ethical workplaces, protecting both employers and employees every step of the way. In the end, you will find what has changed in the year 2026. If there's a specific HR topic you want me to break down, drop it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. You can get the various HR books listed in the description box below from my favorite author, Nia Chase. You're navigating policies, drafting contracts, onboarding employees, and suddenly, one name keeps popping up everywhere. Federal Decree Law Number 33 of 2021. This is the backbone of private sector employment in the UAE. It guides how we hire, how we manage teams, how we schedule work, and how we protect both employee and employer rights. So let's break this law down in the simplest, clearest way possible. Also, we have a detailed video on Federal Decree Law Number 33 of 2021. Let's understand the probation period, where every employment journey begins. During probation, employees can be evaluated for up to 6 months. Here's where it gets interesting. If an employee wants to leave the UAE entirely during probation, they must give 14 days notice. But if they switch to another company within the UAE, the rules shift. The new employer must compensate the previous employer for the visa costs. And the visa is formally transferred, not canceled. This ensures fairness and prevents unnecessary financial loss for employers. Next, let's understand about the working hours as per the UAE labor laws. Simple, structured, and employee-friendly. Under UAE labor law, the standard working schedule is 8 hours per day, 48 hours per week. And during Ramadan, working hours go down to 6 hours per day, supporting employee well-being and cultural observance. Overtime, yes, it must be paid. Anytime an employee works beyond the standard hours, overtime rules kick in. 125% pay for regular overtime. 150% pay for work performed between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. The law makes sure employees are compensated fairly for the extra effort, especially overnight. All right, team, let's talk about one of the most important parts of UAE labor law, leave entitlements. Think of this section as the UAE's way of saying, your employees are humans, not machines. And that means rest, recovery, and personal milestones are protected by law. 1. Annual leave, the recharging zone. First up, let's talk about annual leave, also known as your reset button. Once an employee completes 1 full year of service, they are entitled to 30 calendar days of paid annual leave. That's an entire month to relax, travel, refresh, and return with more energy. And legally, employers must honor it. 2. Sick leave, because health comes first. Now, what happens when life happens? When we wake up one day and our body simply says, nope. That's where sick leave protections step in. Employees are entitled to up to 90 days of sick leave per year, divided into 3 phases. 15 days, full pay. 30 days, half pay. 45 days, unpaid. This structure gives employees the flexibility to recover fully, without fear of losing their job or income immediately. It's fair, it's balanced, and it keeps workplaces humane. 3. Maternity leave, supporting working mothers. Let's talk about one of the most supportive provisions in UAE labor law, maternity leave. Female employees are entitled to 60 days of maternity leave, broken into 45 days, full pay, 15 days, half pay. These 60 days ensure a new mother has the time, rest, and support she needs as she enters one of life's biggest transitions. Let's understand the end of service and gratuity. In the year 2026, there has been no change in the end of service benefits. It remains traditional. Employees who complete at least 1 year of service are entitled to an end of service gratuity. The calculation is based on the employee's basic salary and length of service. 21 days basic salary for each year of service for the first 5 years. 30 days basic salary for each additional year beyond 5 years. All right, everyone, let's jump into the key updates that came into effect in 2026 regarding end-of-service benefits in the UAE. And trust me, these are changes every HR professional, employer, and employee should be aware of. First up, MOHRE released fresh guidance in early 2026 to clarify how the voluntary savings scheme works. Now, remember, this scheme isn't replacing the traditional gratuity system. Instead, it gives companies an optional, more modern alternative. Employers who opt in will contribute monthly to approved investment funds on behalf of their employees. These contributions accumulate, grow with investment returns, and are paid out when the employee leaves. This guidance was issued to make participation smoother and more transparent for everyone involved. Change #2, wider rollout across private sector and free zones. The second big update is the expansion of the savings scheme across more areas. In 2026, we saw wider rollout and active promotion of the scheme in both private sector companies and free zones. The idea is to give employees better financial protection, shielding their benefits from inflation, employer insolvency, and other risks. This expansion also offers employees more choices like capital guaranteed funds, Sharia-compliant options, and other investment portfolios. All right, team, lean in for a moment. Let's break down termination of employment in the simplest, most practical way, because whether you're staying, growing, or moving on, this is something every professional should understand. First, the notice period. Most contracts say 30 days, some stretch to 90. It's a mandatory rule and gives everyone time to prepare for what's next. Now, when an employer ends the relationship, it must be for valid, documented reasons, performance issues, misconduct, or redundancy. What it cannot be is discriminatory. No bias, no unfairness, ever. Also, employer is supposed to give the notice period to the employees. On the other side, when an employee resigns, they simply serve their notice. But here's the part people forget. If they leave before completing 1 year, certain benefits, like gratuity, may not apply. First things first, termination is no longer something companies can handle casually. Under the 2026 labor law updates, the UAE has tightened the entire termination framework to ensure fairness, structure, and accountability. Employers must now follow proper notice, valid reasons, and documented procedures before ending any employment contract. Termination decisions must be justifiable, and the old unlimited contract versus limited contract confusion is gone. The rules apply cleanly across the board. Change 2. Unlawful and arbitrary dismissal standards reinforced. Next big update, the law now places stronger protections against arbitrary dismissal. If an employee is terminated after filing a complaint with MOHRE or taking legal action, that dismissal is considered unlawful. This means employers must have solid, lawful grounds for ending a contract, and they must prove it. The UAE wants to ensure employees feel safe speaking up without fear of retaliation. Change 3, smoother, digital, and faster. Dispute resolution. 2026 also streamlined what happens when termination leads to a dispute. Labor complaints can now be filed electronically, speeding up the entire process. Mediation is encouraged up front, helping employees and employers avoid lengthy court battles whenever possible. Change 4, longer window to file termination-related claims. Here's a big one many HR teams miss. The UAE extended the limitation period for labor claims. Previously, employees had 1 year to file a claim after termination. Now they have 2 full years. This gives employees more breathing room while requiring employers to keep records accurate and accessible for longer. Understanding the distinction between private sector and free zone regulations is crucial. While the former follows federal laws, free zones have unique rules tailored to their specific needs. We have created a full video on JAFSA and DIFC. Please check the series of UAE Labour Laws for more details. Key provisions like employment contracts and probation periods are vital. Contracts must clearly outline roles, salaries, and benefits, while probation periods allow for assessment of fit. Wage regulations ensure timely and fair payment to employees. Salaries must be paid in AED, and delays can lead to penalties for employers. Here's everything you need to know about the UAE labor law changes shaping workplaces in 2026 in summary. 1. Stricter termination rules. Termination now requires clear justification, proper notice periods, and stronger documentation to stay compliant. Arbitrary dismissal laws are reinforced, protecting employees who file complaints with MOHRE. Second change is the employees now have 2 years to file labor claims. The claim window has doubled, giving employees more time and requiring HR to maintain complete records longer. Non-compete clauses protect business interests post-employment. However, they must be reasonable in scope and duration to be enforceable. Employers are responsible for maintaining a safe workplace. This includes providing necessary training and equipment to prevent accidents. If you want to know how to handle a workplace accident as an HR and what should you do, please check our playlist. We have a detailed video about it. Regular safety inspections are crucial. They ensure compliance with health standards and protect employees from potential hazards. UAE labor laws strictly prohibit workplace discrimination and harassment. Employers must foster an inclusive environment, offering equal opportunities to all. Non-compliance with anti-discrimination laws can lead to severe penalties. It's essential for organizations to adhere to these standards to maintain a positive reputation. Free zones like DMCC and ADGM have distinct labor laws. HR professionals must understand these differences to navigate employment complexities effectively. Each free zone has specific regulations tailored to its industry. Familiarity with these rules ensures compliance and smooth operations. The Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization, MOHRE, plays a key role in dispute resolution. Understanding this process helps in addressing conflicts efficiently. Labor courts provide a legal avenue for unresolved disputes. It's crucial for HR professionals to be aware of this option to guide employees appropriately. Non-compliance with labor laws can result in hefty penalties. Ensuring adherence protects organizations from legal repercussions and fosters a compliant culture. Recap. We've explored the essentials of UAE labor laws, from employment contracts to dispute resolution. By understanding these laws, you ensure a fair and compliant workplace. Call to action. Stay informed and proactive. Regularly update your knowledge of UAE labor laws to protect your organization and employees. Let's build a compliant and harmonious work environment together. Don't forget to subscribe to get more updates. Thank you.